Okay, by now I have taught you how to make several kinds of bread. And we've made dinner rolls because a lot of you wanted to learn that for the holidays. What goes well with bread? Butter. This video, I'm going to show you a couple of different ways to make compound butter, which is just butter with added ingredients. Now, I'm going to put the ingredients on the screen, but there are no amounts because I don't know how much butter you want to make. You can tailor these things to your taste. Taste them as you go, try it out. We're starting with a whipped honey and cinnamon butter. Unsalted butter. I always start with unsalted. With my savory butters, I will add some of my own salt, but again, lets me control the salt. If you have salted butter already and you're doing savory butters, that's fine, you can do that. You're just at the mercy of the butter stick. So, whipped honey and cinnamon. We gotta whip this butter. I popped this in the microwave for just a couple of seconds to get it a little softer than room temperature. Got my whisk attachment, or you can use your regular beater attachment on my mixer. And I'm gonna let this whisk for about 5 minutes. Okay, I have just scraped down the sides of my bowl. We're gonna do that a lot. We have a nice fluffy butter. And now I'm going to add local honey. Of course, you can have whatever you like. This is a vendor who was at my event in August, and their honey is amazing. So we're gonna start, pop this on low, stir, and just give a little drizzle at a time. This butter is delicious on toast. It's great on a dinner roll if you want something a little sweeter. It's kind of like the Texas Roadhouse butter. The honey will give it sweetness, but also keep it nice and soft and fluffy because we're gonna whip it again. And then cinnamon. That's it. That's all we're doing for this one. I just like to let this one mix for a little bit of time, get nice and incorporated. Scrape it down, scrape your beater down, let it mix again. Then I store these in little 4-ounce containers. You can store it in whatever you would like, but I'm going to show you another way to wrap them as well, where you don't need any kind of container. So this is type of butter number 1. I'll post a picture of it, and now we're going to hop into 2 different savory butters. All right, now we're making garlic, rosemary, and thyme butter. Unsalted butter's in here. Got my paddle attachment on. Let's just get that moving and grooving. Now, I use pre-minced garlic for this, okay? Jarlic, if you will. If you want to mince your own garlic, go for it. But I like the little bit of like garlic juice that gets in there, okay? Going first. Again, you can do however many sticks of butter you want. Thus, you can do as many ingredients as you want. This one sells really well at the bakery, and we love it at home, so the girl's making a big batch. So get garlic incorporated first. Beat that up. Okay, now we're going to add a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. Just a little. This helps keep everything moving and keeps your butter a little bit softer. Just a little. And we're going to add a touch of salt. And now it's time for our fresh herbs, rosemary and thyme. I grew the rosemary in my garden. You grab some fresh stuff from the store, and I like to get a nice fine chop together. Just take your knife and kind of rock it back and forth over the herbs. And I like to chop them both together because they're going to get combined in here. So there they are. Like I said, you do as many or as few as you want. And of course you can alter this base recipe and you could do a dill butter instead. You can add other spices. Oh, it is so fragrant, y'all. It smells so good. Scrape down your bowl. Give it all a good mix. This butter should be glossy, smell amazing, And people ask me all the time, oh, like what would you use it for? Did you just put it on bread? I mean, yeah, sure, put it on rolls. But like, this would knock a grilled cheese out of the park. Drop this in the pan, then put your bread down, your cheeses, give her a flip with a little bit more butter. Next level. Steak. Again, little butter base of the steak, brush it with some herbs, use this butter. Amazing. My favorite application for it lately, mashed potatoes. Sub your regular butter in mashed potatoes. For this baby, all your flavor packed right in right here. Delicious. You will thank me. But yeah, makes a great garlic bread, great on dinner rolls, great with meat, great with grilled cheese. I mean, you're welcome. Okay, so I have a little bit of butter left over from my containers. I told you I was going to show you another way to pack them. So here's the butter. You can't see this, really. I'll show you more clearly. On a little bit of plastic wrap, okay? Take your plastic wrap, roll it up, okay, till it looks like this, and then just roll it back and forth and twist the ends. Keep twisting until you have this little round bubble of butter, and then you can just pop it in the fridge this way. I do refrigerate this butter and the next butter I'm going to show you. This is also great because once it's set, you can slice like pads of butter. So you could make nice little like medallion slices for on top of your steak or to add to things. So this is how we store it, but this is gold. This is going home with me. Okay, the final butter I'm going to show you today is an Old Bay butter, or if we have to not use that name, a Chesapeake seasoning butter. That's what we used to have to call it when I worked at Red Lobster because it wasn't the Old Bay brand. Okay, unsalted butter in here. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, just a smidge. Okay, and then, you guessed it, Old Bay. Now listen, I live and work in Maryland. People will do Old Bay anything. I'm not adding any salt to this one because Old Bay, she's salty, okay? So let's get her a good helping in there. And then I like to add a little bit extra garlic powder and a little bit extra onion powder. Make sure you use the powders, not the salts. We're gonna stop, scrape it down, mix it up. That smells amazing. I like to add in some dried parsley flakes. Woo! And it always ends up a really nice color. Let's show you, shall we? Alright. I gave it a little taste test, and I can't believe I'm saying this. It needed a little bit more Old Bay. Okay? So this is a butter that I use when I do a seafood pasta and I make my own like light cream sauce. I use this to make my roux. All that flavor packed right in. Again, talk about like a grilled cheese. Brush this on your panini press. There's your Old Bay butter. So now, not only can you make bread of many kinds, you're bringing the butter too, honey. So the next time someone's like, hey, you could just bring the rolls and butter, you'll be like, bet. You'll roll up with your gorgeous dinner rolls, your multiple kinds of butter, and be like, I just brought rolls and butter. I really love that for you. Some other kinds of butter that I have made are a pesto butter. I just add some of my homemade pesto into butter. It is a delicious spreadable. I have done a sun-dried tomato. That one's good, a little sweet. And then I've done a chipotle butter. A little bit of cayenne, some chopped chipotles, some of the chipotle oil in there. Delicious. So, you know, butter is your blank canvas. Go forth and try it.